I'm Eric. We're here at IBEX 2024, and I want to go over some of our new products we're releasing this year. Here we have a surface mount master distribution box. This is made for a single engine boat. It's a custom assembly, really easy to operate. Just turn the battery switch on. The automatic charging relay takes care of charging your house bank. We've got a lot of low amp, non-manually trippable circuit breakers across the top for all your individual loads. This would come out, in this case, a Deutsch connector assembly to the switch panel and also out to where we go out to the loads. We've got a couple of high amp breakers here. These are for your higher amp loads, obviously like stereo amps, two of them in this case, and a trolling motor. We've got an emergency parallel feature where if you ever would be in a situation where you need to combine the house, you can do that, but you don't have to constantly trigger back and forth because of this automatic charging relay. Now this one is a surface mount configuration where you don't have an interior bulkhead, so it's got this nice standoff box with easy access underneath that you screw in first and then mount the faceplate over top of it. So if you ever need to get to the wiring in the back of it, just simply remove these screws, fold it down. You can do your rework, put it back. Next is a master distribution panel. This one is made for a bulkhead mount, so if you do have an interior bulkhead, this could also go on a box too to stand off from the sidewall. This is made for twin engines where you have turn on your port, your starboard, and your house. But the really cool thing about it is on the back where we have a dual automatic charging relay. So whenever you turn all your battery switches on, it'll automatically charge your house from either of the engine batteries that start up first. Also, you'll see some ganging bus bars and high amp cable conductors here that will allow you to parallel any of the batteries together. Back to the front, if you're ever in an emergency situation and you want to add any of them to the parallel bus, you can say, I want to parallel the port and the house battery. If you want to take the house battery off, now you're paralleling port and starboard battery. If you want to parallel all three, then turn them to all three. Back here on the front, we've also got some high current breakers. This is your main house breaker in this case, and a stereo amplifier. And we've got little resettable circuit breakers, some on 24 power and some not. So this is a really clean turnkey package that can mount on an interior bulkhead for a twin engine boat. All right, here we have another NDP. This is also a bulkhead mounted one. And this is just a little bit different styling. In this case, we've got a couple of rocker switches on here, a voltmeter, some really nice, clean looking A-series flat rockers that are manually trippable. We've got a whole bunch down here that you don't care about manually tripping. We put them on thermal breakers in this case, and then some higher amp loads that are too high to fit on this. In this case, some stereo amplifiers and a windlass. But it's really got a neat inlay styling, and we can do this, replace some of the traditional powder-coated aluminum screen printed panels, but looks much cleaner and stylish, and the wood grain is really in now. I like this combo, but there's all kinds of different insert materials that could provide different styling that we can do custom made to order. Here's another thing that a lot of people don't think about is the horizontal surfaces. Our materials can be used and we can create custom panels that can really make that look nice too. In this case, we've got a skin strut, a wireless charger in there, and a little cup holder. Here we have some of our Sea-Safe glove boxes packed with features that you don't find anywhere else. Clear retention lip that allows you to see behind it while also preventing your stuff from flying out. Rattle-resistant foam floor is really nice. We can laser etch custom logos into these too, and can make these any custom size or shape. Here's a custom one that's got a built-in light and some nice etching to hide some of the screw holes, retention lip, and foam floor, but the lighting option is really nice. This is one of our most popular new products, our X100 and X101 recessed battery switch mount, white and black. They hold any M-series size battery switch. And what you'll notice about this is you get a clean, flush appearance regardless of the thickness of the fiberglass. From a 1/4 inch to 1.5 inches thick, it still gives a perfect, clean, flush appearance. So this is a custom Rig Pro product where we recessed it into a mount. We've had a couple of specific needs to do this. One was behind a fold-up seat, but allows you to have your battery switch and you can customize anything into it. This one has a nice foam engraving that gives it a little bit stylish, a little nicer look, a main breaker, and trolling motor breaker. Some other new glove box styles. This one is made with our Lux Matte material, very nice finish, polished edges, easy latch. In this case, we've got a battery switch mounted into it, plus a little cubby for some of your stuff. These can be custom made for any size you need with any components in it. Similarly, this one is made with a white acrylic bezel, clear door so you can see what's inside of it, and we've got one little charger on here, so you can hook up your charger and leave your phone in there with a corded connection. Here's another one of our new battery switch mounts. This is a very simple and economical solution to get your battery switch mounted, clean, somewhat hidden out of any UV sunlight. Here's another variation on that. This one has got a frosted door so you can kind of see into it a little bit. This is another example of a horizontal plate. This one's got kind of a wood inlay to it. This is a wireless charger. You lay your phone on there and it charges, and we got a cup holders built in too. This I'm really excited about. This is a stock product that is built for twin engine boats. So we've got your engines on, your house on, and then guess what? On the back, we've got a dual engine automatic charging relay. So now none of that changing back and forth between 1, 2, both. I'll set it and forget it. Whenever one of the start banks tops off, it'll immediately start charging the house. And it's got a main breaker for your main house loads. If you ever need to parallel your banks, easy enough. Parallel the engine switch, parallels the engine batteries, add the house bank into the mix, and you've got all three, the cranking power of all three. This is one of our X100 recessed battery switches with our additional flush kit. So it just gives it a fully flush appearance, so you can't snag anything on the battery switch. Here we have another one of our Rig Pro products. This one is nice, fits one battery switch, and then it's got a Shore power plug, but no more snaking that power cord in through your console door. And then on the back, you got 18 inches to plug in your Shore power, your battery chargers. And on the back, we've got one of our Rig Pro rigging boards. Now this mounts using the same mounting holes as you use to hold on the front. Hidden fasteners for the battery switch. And this has a main breaker and a fuse block. So you would come out of your secondary side of the battery switch. When you turn on the battery switch, this is activated. And if you need to tap into any other, your switch panel or other loads, you can go off this stud or that stud. Nice little negative bus on there too. So here we've got blue LED switches. They're Contour 14s, but they're recessed into the acrylic. If you can tell, they're kind of recess mounted. Here we've got a new product, white Contour 2 switch actuators, blend in nice and look good on a white panel. Here we've got 22 millimeter, 20 amp rated mechanical push buttons. They are also recessed in, so it's got a really flush look. This is really great. A neat new product from Blue Water. It's three-way switches, but you can put up to six actually on the synchronized circuit, and then synchronized so you can turn a device on or off from multiple locations. Each one syncs together and changes the color of all the switches and obviously the light. And this is neat too. It's a rocker style push button switch, so it's got an actual up and down, and it's a much more kind of intuitive feel than the old double momentary switch. This is really great for linear actuators and that type of stuff.